the third house, okay? This video is about the third house. So, the third house is ruled by Gemini. And as I always explain to you guys, every zodiac sign rules a house, and whichever zodiac sign that rules that house is going to explain the major attributes of that house, of that area in life. So the third house being ruled by Gemini. What is Gemini? Gemini is all about communication, speaking, the mind, mental functions, things all about communication, speaking, the mind, mental functions, thinking, okay? This is the sign of the brain. This is the brainy brain. So dealing with the third house is the area of life that deals with your mind, okay? This is how you process information. This is how you learn. This is how you interpret information. So this is going to deal with a lot of your skills. We develop all our skills, all our techniques, and this is about walking, learning how to ride a bike, spelling. All these skills that we need to learn in life are learned in the third house because this is the house of the mind. This is how we learn things, okay? So a lot of your skill sets will be explained in this area in life. This is also the area of communication, okay? The area of communication, because we don't only have thoughts, we also express our thoughts, and that's how we communicate. Okay, so the third house can even explain how you learned language, how you learn how to speak, your style of communication. Okay, where did you learn how to speak quickly? Did you learn how to speak slowly? Your style in which you speak. You know, this is the sign of communication as it's ruled by Gemini. And this also deals with functions and systems, okay? Again, this is the house of learning, of how, and in order to learn, these are all done through functions and systems. This is how we learn our skills. This is how we function in our everyday reality, okay? All right, this is like just receiving information as seeing a color and understanding, you know, what color it is. That's learning, reciting information, okay? This is how we function in our everyday, walking from point A to point B. All of that is skills. It's all used for our brain. Our brain helps monitor all of this, okay? All our coordination, everything. So the third house also deals with our everyday local lives. This is our everyday functioning. So we get up, you know, we have some coffee, and then we go here, and then we drive there, and then we text our friend, and then we go through our emails. All these different functions, how we function in life. This is all the third house, okay? Because again, the third house is ruled by our mind, okay? So it's how we function in life. It's how we go through systems. It's how we use our brain at our everyday life. This deals with our mundane, you know, routines every single day, okay? Functions and systems. And then with this, we have our local everyday life. So this is going to be our local areas. The third house deals with our neighborhoods, the people we live around, because this is explaining our everyday life and where we're around a lot, what we're doing around, and what we're doing a lot of. And you're going to find all of that in your local areas. We go to the grocery, then we go to school, then we go down here, and this is where we're doing all our functions. This is where we're functioning, doing our system. So short distance travels, all of that deals with the third house, our neighborhood, our local areas, our short distance travels, all the little mundane in-between things that we do in order to get from point A to point B in life, okay? So, you know, again, Gemini being the busy. Third house is busy like this because, again, this is the area of life where we are using our mind to function in reality, okay? And not only is it local and our neighborhoods and our hometowns and what we're doing here, our short little distance travels, but it's also our siblings, okay? And not just our siblings and our associates, because when you think about it, third house deals with our communication. We communicate with people around us, the people's closest to us, you know, our everyday communication. You know, you see our neighbors, you see your person, and siblings deal with this too, because as a child, you're born into, you know, your family, of course, but when you have siblings, that's when you're able to really talk and express your ideas. And the more siblings you have, the more talking is in the family. So again, that's the third house when it deals with communication and talking and that all deals with the third house. So a powerful third house can also represent a person with a lot of siblings as well too, or just a very social neighborhood, if anything, a very social neighborhood, a neighborhood where you communicate with lots of people, lots of friends, lots of associates. All right, so that's the third house, and the third house is that big area of life when we use our mind. So say if your third house was in Pisces, okay? Pisces is the sign of, your imagination, escapism, and, feeling everyone's emotions and just being one. If you have this sign, Pisces, in the third house dealing with the mind, you could have a strong, hard time discriminating, because Pisces is all about all in one. And if that's in the third house, which deals with your mind and how you process information, everything can be blurry. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. It's very mystical. Everything kind of blurs into one. So it can be hard, like discriminating things, okay, with the third house, with using your mind with Pisces. And it can be hard, retaining information, because again, everything's blurred. But at the same token, you can be very artistic. So you might not be the most logical person with the Pisces in third house, but you could be very artistic. Intellectually, you can explain things on a more artistic level versus a logical, concrete level. Or another example would be if you had a planet in a house, like say if you had Saturn in the third house. Saturn deals with obstacles and construction and big plans and building. You can have a mind that goes through lots of obstacles. So communicating and learning could have been a challenge for you, because Saturn is all about challenges and obstacles. So with Saturn in that third house, learning, communicating, all these things, learning a language, learning to speak, reading, all those things could have been hard. School, even early, elementary school or junior high school could have been really hard for you, because again, this is dealing with the mind, retaining information, communicating, using your mind, processing information. That could be a challenge, is something you had to work hard. But eventually, with Saturn being that coach, you could become very good when it comes to speaking, communicating, and just overall a very smart person because of all that training you got from Saturn. So yes, that is your third house. The third house is the sign of the mind and communications. This is going to explain the area of your life, of your everyday mundane routines and all the stuff you're doing, all the communicating, the gossiping you're doing, and just your everyday functioning, okay? This is your mind, your thoughts, how you use your mind, how you use your brain, how you communicate, how you process information. And whatever sign or planet you have in it is going to explain the style in which you approach that, okay? And who you are in that area of life. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back for some more. And if you enjoyed the music in the beginning of this video, please check out my music on Spotify, and also here on YouTube and on Apple Music. And check out my music video here. I also have the link in the description box. And if you really enjoy astrology, book a reading with me. I do $60 readings, including tarot. So you could book it with me. I'll have my email out there. We could go forward with that. So hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch you guys at the next video.